Hello and welcome back to the Film Club, the club where we talk about films that we've been recently watching, reviewing and enjoying. Let me know what you've been recently watching and enjoying, and if you've seen what I'm about to talk about, let me know in the comments what you thought about it. I really wanted to see Maestro the minute that I saw an interview with Bradley Cooper talking about it. I never saw it in the cinema, and I didn't even see that it was a thing. But when I heard that it was Bradley Cooper directing a film that had taken 6 years to learn composing for, I was like, okay, when can I watch this? It came out on Netflix, instantly watched it, instantly loved it. What a film. Maestro is a film about Leonard Bernstein coming to be, but it's actually not. The whole story is essentially about his relationship with his wife, how they got together, how they came to be, the trials and things that they go through in life. While it was about his come up as a composer, it was actually more so about their relationship. The way this is filmed was absolutely the standout thing for me. It had something about it, the way it was filmed, where it was almost like I was watching a classic film that had come out years and years ago, only it was made today, transitioning from the black and white to then colour to then going full screen. It was brilliant how it was done, but also the aesthetic and feel of it all. When it was in black and white, it was filmed like an old school film. Long takes, long one shots, just the way that the actors sort of portrayed themselves. It was just, it felt like I was watching a classic. This film I genuinely feel like could be timeless. You can watch it 10 years ago or 30 years in the future and it will still hold all of the emotion and value that it holds today. And that purely comes down to the way it was filmed. The way that they used Bernstein's music throughout the film was just brilliant. The music plays a giant part in this film, as it should do. It's a film about a musician having the perfect emotions and these pieces of classical music that just draw out the emotion. It was just great. It was just so well done. There's a lot of talk about the 6-minute composer scene where Bradley Cooper trained for 6 years so that he could do the whole thing. People are sort of criticising him, saying that it's just fishing for awards. But to me, without that scene, this film isn't about the composer at all. The scene is really needed to sort of sell you on this fact of he is this eccentric. He's a little bit mental in the head for his music. He's got such compassion and wants it to be so perfect. He's so just giant in the way that he does things that without this scene, it's quite hard to get that across. Don't get me wrong, he did probably do it knowing that there could be an award out of this or something like that. But also, what an astonishing scene from the way it was filmed to just how he just did it all. I kind of wish there were more scenes like this throughout the film. I know it would have been difficult to do that with him having to learn all the composing and stuff like that, but it would have been nice to see a few more scenes of him doing what he did, making, even if it was making the music or anything like that. I mean, it almost seemed like we skipped over those scenes and that obviously the main focus of the film is the relationship, but it would have also been good to see just a bit more about the life of Bernstein himself, seeing him coming up or his first performance or just little bits like that, because without this 6-minute composal scene, there is none of that in the film. So is it perfect in the way that it's written and the story that it tells? No. I do think that there could have been a little bit less focus on the relationship and a little bit more on the music and the life of this man, but at the same time maybe that's just not what they were going for, and maybe it is just a film about the relationship of Bernstein and his wife, in which case it's a great film. It honestly reminded me a little bit of the story of Bohemian Rhapsody. This coming up musician meets a girl, it goes great, he bins them off to go be a little bit gay and experiment and stuff like that, to then realise that he should have just been with her the whole time and it was great and he wants to go back to them. I don't know if that's a good comparison or not, but I feel like the way Bohemian Rhapsody did it, they did all that really good, while still also incorporating all of the music and everything that Queen has, whereas with this, it felt a little bit lacking. It felt a little bit like they could have just done a little bit more about Bernstein. But anyway, what did you think of Maestro? Let me know in the comments, and I'll see you next time on the Film Club.